Hi, this is Suman Kumar. Welcome to my channel Recruiting and Sales Tribe. Today's topic is what makes a recruiter successful. What do you think? Is that finding a candidate or sourcing, turnaround time, is that the rate, or matching the job description with the resume, or screening? If your answer is screening, absolutely correct. A proper screening makes a recruiter successful. But generally what happens, when recruiter gets a requirement, he goes to the portal or the database, when finds a candidate which is matching to the job description, he feels very excited. I mean, the joy only can be understood by another recruiter. I'm also a recruiter. So with that excitement, he wants to go more. I mean, when he dials the candidate, when he tries to contact the candidate, and the candidate picks up the call and tells he or she is available in the market and has not submitted for the job. And that moment, that's it. The recruiter feels like it's just winning a jackpot, and that is what is going to make a deal. And that is absolutely wrong. So with that overexcitement, what the recruiter does is he forgets, he ignores, that's the best word, he ignores the hidden objections the candidate has during the call, and recruiter just rushes with rate confirmation, checking the skills and the experience and how soon the candidate can join the project, and so on. And moreover, the recruiter tries to send the right to represent as soon as possible so that he will be ahead of the competition and log the candidate. Then he goes into formatting and so on. But what happens, sometimes closing the candidate so fast works better, but most of the time it backfires us. How? You might have into the situation when in the middle of the process, recruiter comes up with a kind of reason that you never expected that. And recruiter feels, I did everything, but why the candidate has these kind of questions now? But that is the problem of you are rushing in the call. That question could have been addressed in the initial call. So that is the primary issue of the recruiter when they don't listen. So here, my today's topic is listening skills. How a listening can add more value to the recruiter's job. So I have 6 points, 6 very important points, which will help you if you implement that in your day-to-day calls. First, you have to tune into the candidate's world. Recruiter has to tune into the candidate's voice, candidate situation, and just to understand where he is coming from. So once you allow him to speak and you understand, then you will be able to understand what are those hidden objections that candidate is trying to address, and you can note it down. If you don't understand, ask questions multiple times till you get the clarification from the candidate. Ask only meaningful questions, all right? So don't ask questions for the sake of asking or out of your excitement, or because you found the candidate is talking to you properly. No, don't do that. Ask meaningful questions and don't twist questions or break questions and ask where end result is the same. So don't do that. So first point is tune into the candidate's voice, situation. And second is listen to understand. All right, when you are on the call, you listen to understand the candidate, not to answer the candidate. All right. Generally what happens, recruiter listen to the candidate, and in the back end, in their mind, it was going like, what I will be answering now, what I have to answer to defend myself or to agree to that. So don't do that. So second thing is listen to understand, but don't listen to object something or defend, or don't have your brain thinking of something else what it is going to be answered. All right. Third thing is don't interrupt during the call. Yes, Don't interrupt during the call. Let the candidate speak. You will get your chance. Don't interrupt in the middle. So that is the primary problem with our recruiters, that they don't listen. They don't have patience. So they interrupt with their questions so that they rush with whatever the checklist they have. Boom, 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 your name, your date of birth and everything. And they don't have time to listen to the candidate. So don't do that. Listen to the candidate properly and you will get your time and you can go back with your questions. All right. And 4, hold patience. Okay. Hold your patience till the candidate finishes. And when you ask a question, try to focus, hear, listen, understand what the candidate is saying. The most of the recruiters, what they do, they ask a question, and when the candidate is trying to explain something which the recruiter did not expect, they just ignore. So don't do that. If you listen carefully, you will read between the line and you will find something which is useful for you, or to write your selling summary, or can add more value to when you present to your client. All right. So and the 5th point is have a pen and paper handy. So when you're listening, make sure you make the points and ask more questions related to the job, related to what you need to cover during the call. And that will help you summarize properly and sell your candidate to the client. All right. And last thing, the 6th point is don't spoon feed the candidate. What do I mean by that? Don't spoon feed the answers to the candidate. Don't feed the answers to the candidate. Generally, what recruiters do, what is the time period do you need if a telephonic interview or in-person interview that you need to attend? Is that 24 hours, 48 hours, or 6 hours notice that you need? Second, what is the base salary that you're expecting? Is it $35,000, $40,000, or anything between $40,000 to $45,000? How many years of experience do you have with these particular skills? Is that 7+ years do you have, or 8+ years you have experience? You worked as a lead as well, right, in that company? Okay, so you have 7 years of project management experience or 8 years? Don't do that. That is called spoon feeding the candidate with answers. You ask specific questions. How many years of experience do you have with this? And listen. Let the candidate complete. Then you go with your another question. All right. So these are the 6 points which is going to helpful for you if you implement in your day-to-day call with the candidate. This is Suman Kumar, and thanks for watching this video. Subscribe to my channel and leave your comments or any questions that you may have. I will try to answer as much as I can. Thank you very much.